Hello there guys, I'm Miguel Sanchez, and welcome to the Ultimate Pretty Cure Review Show. Thank you so much for being with us today. I'm glad you're with us for another ultimate journey into the unknown. But yeah, I love it. Anyways, episode 8 we did was Futari Pretty Cure. Episode 8, which we reviewed last time, so please go check it out if you haven't already. The link is up there at the top of my corner screen, so go give it a watch right now. But today, we are reviewing episode 9 of Futari Pretty Cure, which is Give Him Back, the Great Mepple Strategy. It should be, or in Japanese, Dorigase, Mepple Daisukusen. What is going on? What? Anything can happen in here, but only time will tell. So, let's jump right to it. But first, all information is taken from the Pretty Cure Wiki. Credit goes to the Asahi Broadcasting Corporation, TV Asahi, Toei Company Limited, and Toei Animation. Yeah, they are the respective owners of the Pretty Cure franchise, so gotta give credit to them. And I'll be leaving the link to the Pretty Cure Wiki in the description down below. So please do so if you haven't already. And also, warning: major spoilers ahead. Yes, because we got some major spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen the episode yet. If you have not seen the episode yet, click away from this video, watch the episode first, and then come back to this video. So, remember that. Got it? Good. With all that said, let's get started. Let's start with the summary. Mepple gets taken away from Nagisa after she gets caught talking to him during school. In order to get him back, she and Honoka must find a way into the school after hours. A job easier said than done, with the vice president and Kiki Draco lurking. Oh boy. Major events. Nagisa and Honoka's friendship and familiarity start to become noticed by others. The palm card makes her first appearance as the girls learn that Mepple and Mipple can get sick while in the Garden of Rainbows. It should be pretty good. With that, let's jump right into it. Time for the synopsis. Again, major spoilers for this section, so get ready. Here we go. Nagisa Misumi reflects on how she recently had a fight with Honoka Yukishiro over a misunderstanding where they were trying too hard to be nice to each other. Now that the two made up, Nagisa is glad she can consider Honoka a real friend, and that she's sure Honoka feels the same way. As this occurs, Nagisa is getting dressed for school, with Mepple noting that she's lately been more self-conscious about her looks. He tricks her into admitting that she's been focusing on her looks for Fuji P, causing the two to argue loudly, which Ryota Misumi overhears from outside and gets confused over why his sister is talking to herself. Annoyed, Nagisa shuts the card commune and refuses to give Mepple breakfast, to which he protests, saying that he hasn't been feeling well this morning, but she doesn't listen. At the breakfast table, Nagisa is stared at by her brother and mother, who worry if she's been acting strange lately. Nagisa pays this no mind as she heads off for school, with Mepple again complaining that he's not feeling well, only for her to brush it off, saying that she won't be tricked by him again. As Nagisa arrives at school, Shiho Kubota and Rina Takashimizu tell her about the math pop quiz of the class next door had yesterday, leaving the girls to panic and given that they have math first today. Shiho sees Honoka arriving and wishes she could be one of the honor students, to which Nagisa also notices and greets Honoka by her given name. This shocks Shiho and Rina, who puts Nagisa aside to ask about her sudden amiable relationship with Honoka. Nagisa doesn't have time to answer as she heads off to class with Honoka, who isn't worried about the math quiz like the rest. In class, as the test is being administered, Mepple wakes up and calls out to Nagisa, who promises to him that she'll feed him during the break after the test. Oh boy. Meanwhile, in the Disco Zone, Genki Drago and a bald cloaked man are seen before the evil king, who tells them that they do not have unlimited time in ensuring his immortality with the 7 prison zones. The mysterious man tells Genki Drago to bring Mepple and Mipple to the zone unharmed, as they will know the hidden location of the stones. Back at school, it's about 9:30 a.m. when Nagisa leaves the classroom after the test. Reeling over how she doesn't study seriously, she opens the card commune to see Mepple feverishly read, realizing he wasn't lying earlier. Just as she's figuring out what to do, the card commune gets confiscated by the vice principal, who claims that cell phones are not a necessity for school, before walking off. At the same time, Onoka arrives to ask Nagisa what's wrong. The girls secretly observe the vice principal in his office, placing the card commune in a box of other confiscated goods. Nagisa Nagisa notes that Mipple looks really sick, to which Mipple notes that they can use the pulp card to make him feel better, as the two Garden of Light denizens have had trouble adjusting to the stress and environment of the Garden of Rainbows. Mipple urges the girls to heal Mipple as soon as possible before things get worse. Nagisa feels a sense of regret for treating him poorly earlier that day. She enters the vice principal's office, pleading with him to return the confiscated item to her, given its importance. To which he replies that she should have brought an unnecessary item to school, given the policies in place. He then tells her to head back to class as the bell rings. Hodoka later tries asking Yoshimi Takenuchi, but the teacher agreed with the vice principal's actions. The girls sneak into the drama club's storage room to get some disguises, allowing Nagisa to pass herself off as a ramen shop worker, collecting the empty bowls left by the teachers. She gets distracted by one of her teachers, who mentions that she did poorly on the test, causing her to get caught by the vice principal, who tells her that he did not eat any ramen, so there wouldn't be any bowls here, redirecting her to the break room kitchen, where they might be. Nagisa tries again with the delivery man costume, only to be rejected the same way. Later that day, the discouraged girls tell Akane Fujita at her takoyaki stand what happened, who notes that the vice principal confiscates all sorts of items to cover up his manga addiction, which he picked up after reading the books originally confiscated by the students, staying in the office late to read it all. Akane, who knows the vice principal from her time in Verona Academy and had her own stuff confiscated by him, notes that it would be too suspicious if he only collected manga, so he confiscates other items as well, including Nagisa's cell phone. Akane also notices that Nagisa and Hodoka are going by given name basis now, asking if something happened to cause their sudden closeness before leaving to tend to another customer. That afternoon, the girls sneak back to school, and just as Akane just said, find the vice principal cooped up in his office to read the confiscated manga. Hodoka mentions hiding somewhere to wait for him and go home so they can safely retrieve it. While in hiding, Nagisa notes how, despite fighting with Mipple every day, she worries for and misses him now that he's gone. With Hodoka adding, such is the case of mysterious encounters. Nagisa wonders if they'll have more, even with those they don't want to encounter, such as the Disco Zone. Meanwhile, the sky around Verona Academy suddenly gets shrouded with black clouds. No. This is not going to be good. Moving on. Nagisa's cell phone doesn't open properly. I'm curious. He takes it with him to his bed at home, noticing its warmth. Meanwhile, a mysterious light emits from the nearby science lab. He notices in the hallway a strange figure in the distance, trying to call it out, awakening Hodoka in their hiding spot. The strange figure turns to the vice principal, revealing itself as one of the anatomy models, scaring him and alerting the girls. They notice the model taking Mipple's card commune off the unconscious vice principal, but are frightened and run away as it starts chasing after him. The model manages to catch up to the girls, but they run into the shoe rack area, splitting off with a cupboard in between them that the model runs into, falling apart. Still running outside, the girls realize that they need to retrieve Mipple, only for a voice to catch their attention. They look at the school's statue of tomorrow, only to notice Keki Draco is in its place, who jumps down to reveal that he has possession of Mipple. The legs of an anatomy model start running towards them, while the girls note that without Mipple's card commune, they can't transform together. Mipple senses that Mipple's fever is worsening, which even Keki Draco feels together through his hand as getting hot. Nagisa pleads with Keki Draco, saying that Mipple is sick, and if anything happens to him, it would be his responsibility. He remembers being ordered to bring back the fairies unharmed and realizes it's a bad situation, to which Nagisa says that she can heal him if he gives Mipple to her. He does, and soon realizes that he was tricked by Hodoka. Remarks. Yes, as Hodoka remarks, they can transform now. Keki Draco calls forth his Sakina, the moving anatomy model from earlier, which has now grown larger in size as it bursts through the school, split between its upper and lower body halves. He orders it to stomp on the girls, but it ends up stomping on him, giving the girls time to transform. Cure White, Hodoka, notices Cure Black, Nagisa, is sweating profusely, which is revealed to be caused by her link with the fevered Meppel. Geki Draco pushes the Sakina's lower body off of him, but is met with a marble screw attack by the girls, setting him back, which releases the Sakina from the anatomy for the anatomy model and restores the school back to normal. The girls waste no time in using the popcorn on Meppel, summoning a nurse to inject a shot into his behind, instantly making him feel better despite his reluctance. The girls then run back inside the school to check on the vice principal, who remembers the movie anatomy model. But Nagisa plays it off as him reading too much, confiscated manga, and getting confused, to which he asks how they know that, with Hodoka adding that they won't tell anyone. Nagisa holds up her card commute to him, which he remembers and confiscates it from her, only to be told that it's an important charm that she and Hodoka both have, asking if he could return it to her. He notes that if it's a charm, it probably won't interfere with her studies, but tells her not to break it out again, or to speak about his manga addiction before heading it back to Nagisa. The next morning, Meppel is feeling much better, but hasn't forgotten about Nagisa's refusal to give him breakfast the other day. Nagisa asks how could he still hold that grudge after all she did for him, and felt remorse, only for Meppel to claim that he has forgotten about it. As this is going on, both Ryota and their mom are listening to the conversation from outside Nagisa's bedroom, convinced that she's talking loudly to herself. As Nagisa frustratedly leaves the bedroom, she notices her eavesdroppers and gets embarrassed. And that, my friends, marks the end of the episode. Let's take a look at the trivia now. Akane provides the revelation of the vice principal's actual name, Kyoto Komitsuki. Oh boy, yeah, in this episode, when the girls tell Akane about what happened, she says that was some bad luck. Ga warakatane. To which Nagisa replies, "It sucks." When? Yeah, boy. In agreement, before noting that her situation was meant to be made into a joke or wordplay. That should be good. Technically, this is the only Sakina summoned by Geki Draco that isn't an actual living organism. However, since it is a base on a model of the human body, it technically could count as one. When Geki Draco makes his presence known to the girls outside the school, Nagisa notes the Sakina that just chased them out, which he takes credit for, saying, "That's right now, Suchikina," an attempt at wordplay with Sakina that falls flat with the girls. The summer shots are shown in the next episode preview. After that, go unused in the actual episode. The scenes where Nagisa and Hodoka are running away from the Sakina but possess anatomy metal in school have the lights on, whereas in the actual episode, they were off. Yeah, a shot of the vice principal's box of confiscated manga depicts more detail over what kind of books he has. One book is the fourth volume of Pretty by Ryoko Nishiyama. Another is the second volume of an unidentifiable series by Mizuho Todo, a possible reference to the collective name of Pretty Cure's creators, Izumi Todo. And the last is the 15th volume of Together by Yuki. In addition, there's a cameo by Rika Majo from Ojamajo Doremi, another of Izumi Todo's works, on one of the unnamed books. Oh, and it's another creation from Toei Animation, so remember that. And finally, Meppel is revealed to be afraid of injections, as shown when he panicked and hid under his blanket when the nurse summoned by the pulp card arrived with a large syringe. Oh, that should be pretty good. Oh yeah, and we still got more episodes, and there's even more. As the girls transform into Pretty Cure, Nagisa is somehow freed from Geki Draco and the Sakina's grasp. standing the right side up next to Honoka. The instrumental of Danson for Time War Pretty Cure. Oh. Yeah, plays when Pretty Cure dodges Draco and Zakeda's attacks. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, that's all for this episode, but we got a lot more to go. But we got so let's take a look at the final rating for this episode. Honestly, this is not a pretty good episode. It's definitely not worth it. So I'm sorry, but it is what it is, and that is not how it's supposed to be done. But the next episode needs to be better. Sorry, sorry, Toei, but I have no choice but to give this one a score of 2 out of 10. Very terrible episode. That's because losing Meppel is a consequence, a punishment. And this cannot happen in the next episode. So, unfortunately, it's a 2 out of 10. Very terrible episode for me. But the next episode it needs to do better. And that is just my personal concern and opinion. Feel free to leave thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. With all that said, thanks for watching this episode of the Ultimate Pretty Cure Review Show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for supporting the channel over the past few years. I am so happy. You made my heart proud. So, yeah, thank you for being with us today. And we got more videos coming soon, so do not miss it. I hope you learned your lesson. I hope you can join me for that next time. And I thank you all for watching. I'm Ego Sanchez. Humor yourself, and I'll see you next time on the Ultimate Pretty Cure Review Show. Next time we see you, episode 10 of Futari More Pretty Cure is what I'm going to review next, which is called Honoka Explodes, A Wonderful Birthday, or in Japanese, Honoka no Saisku, Siteki na Danjobi. So, I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. So, do not miss it, folks. We'll see you on episode 10. We'll see you on the episode 10 review next time. Otherwise, if you want to catch up on past episodes, there's a playlist featuring past episodes of the series. Link to it will be up here on the top right corner of the screen. So, click the upper card and watch right now. With all that said, thank you for tuning in. Please remember to leave a like, share this video with your friends, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also turn on notifications to not miss new videos. Subscribe to notifications to not miss new videos from me, as we're on the road to... as the channel's on the road to 2,200 subscribers. My main channel is already on the road to 7,200 subscribers, right? Is my main channel on the road to 7,200? Yes, it is on the road to 7,200 because I have reached 7,100. And my gaming channel is already on the road to 200 subscribers. So please subscribe to any of those right now. The links to all these channels will be in the description down below. So go check it out if you're interested. With all that said, and with all that out of the way, thank you all for watching. I'm Ego Sanchez, stay off, and stay tuned for more content here on Ego Sanchez Extra. Thanks again. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in another video. Laters!